Hello everybody, Deb here, Slap Happy Sewing. So, as you can see, it's a hot and humid day today in New Zealand, and I think it's about 27 degrees, but the humidity, so hot. And so if I look a bit sweaty, that's why. So I was going to go out and pull a few weeds, but I thought before I really make a complete mess of myself, I think I should just record a quick little video and keep you up to date with what I'm doing. So here we go. First thing, what I'm wearing. What's the number? 7509. However, I don't think you could say that what I've ended up with bears a lot of relation to the top as originally made, because I've done quite a few adjustments to the pattern, and it's also designed to be cut on the bias. Well, I had a look at cutting on the bias, and I was absolutely standing at the waist fabric, so I thought, well, I won't do it that way. If you look at that's what I mean, that the pattern maybe doesn't exactly resemble. So I can just show you. It's got a big full bust adjustment. One thing I have done is I split the dart so that some of it is up here. There's some of the dart, and then there's another one down here. I quite like that. I'm going to think about doing that again. Yeah, so just basically a nice little top for wearing at home. Next, I've still been cutting things out. I've actually taken my mats away from the dining room table now and said, that's it, that's enough cut out. This Sinclair Patterns Daisy blouse. I found some nice fabric. I must say it's very satisfying to be able to use up some of this fabric that I've got stashed away, because I have got quite a bit of fabric at the moment. So what I've used for that is that crinkly stuff. And I'm hoping that with the little tucks and all and the simple style, it will make a nice short sleeve blouse for work. I had just about enough fabric. So the next thing is the Magna Pants. So they're from this book, Ahead of the Curve. I talked about them last week. Here they are. So I found that and I thought, well, I could use that to make the muslin, and if it doesn't work, it hasn't dyed all that perfectly well. It's still got sort of a bit of a sheen of the blue on it. It might wash out, but I thought that would be good. So I had a look at the fit instructions in the book, and what I came up with, I don't know if you can see here, is the line. I did a full tummy adjustment, and I also lengthened the rise all around by how many centimetres? 1.5 centimetres, and I added a bit more for a full tum adjustment. So I'm going to just make it up now and see what happens. I have a feeling that the hips are going to be too wide for me, but I think if I can get the tummy right, that area is always my difficult area for trousers. It's easy to just take some in off the side seams if I've got the fit right elsewhere. So I'm mildly hopeful. Yeah, so hurrah, trousers, so needed. Managed to make was this Annelaine dress. I'll put it what it is up here. I perhaps should have made it a tad bit longer, then I could have worn it without leggings. It's a little bit short. However, I think it's quite wearable. If I don't wear it as a dress, I shall certainly wear it as a nightie. This is using up, like I spoke about last week, this fabric that I had about 12 meters of. I've still got 2 more items to make out of this, so I'll show you them when I make them. Now, one issue I've got is, for some reason, my machine just will not do twin needle, and all I've done at the moment is folded it up. And I'm kind of thinking, since I'm going to end up with 3 garments in the same fabric, and I've got a t-shirt that I've cut out, that probably what I should do is try and thread up my old machine and put on the walking foot, and that's how I used to do twin needle, and I think it worked. It's worth a try, because then maybe I could leave my old machine set up like that. It would be like a mock-up cover stitch machine. Just an idea. Anyway, here's the t-shirt dress. So there was this thing. Now, if I just undo it, I got this out when I got out my summer clothes, hadn't worn it, and I thought, well, why aren't you wearing it? And I think the reason why I'm wearing it, just ignore the ties for the moment, the reason why I wasn't wearing it was because it felt kind of too big and baggy. Now, I have got leggings on, that's just for ease, but usually I would be wearing that with trousers, and it just felt like the whole outfit was too baggy. This is the Itch to Stitch. I'll put it up there. I can't remember what it was called. Nice pattern, made a complete mess of the placket, so that's 3 plackets I've messed up. But it has a pleat in the back. Now, I'm not sure if I made this again, whether I would make that pleat in the back, because it's got a little pleat in the front as well. I don't know. Anyway, I thought, well, how could I easily make this less baggy? And this is a little trick that works really well for me, is if you put ties on something and just tie it in the back. I'm not so keen on belts because they emphasise my stomach, but I quite like things that are sort of tied up a bit in the back. That takes it in a bit and makes it a little snugger looking. So I think now that I've done that, I will wear this. Nearly forgot to tell you about this one. So this is really it's a muslin, but it's the pattern Emporium Flawsome. Now, few things to say about this. This was made out of really cheap and nasty material, as befits a muslin. It's a kind of a crepe, and it's quite stretchy, but it doesn't have great recovery. I'm not actually wearing it with the bra that I designed it to be worn with, because I think you're going to have to pick out a bra. You can see this one just slightly peeping out. I have one bra that does the least peeping, and I sewed these pieces here so that they sewed shut, because otherwise I was finding as I moved it was showing my bra, so I sewed them shut for that bra. That's in the wash at the moment. I actually really quite like this. It's an interesting design. I don't think it shows too much. I mean, I guess you've all seen plenty of my boobs anyway. It is a bit odd when you look down and you've got like a top and then you've got your own cleavage. That's kind of weird. But I mean, overall, I think it's good. Now, I made a straight size 20. Maybe the shoulders are a little bit large. It doesn't have cup sizes, so but I think really because it requires material that stretches both ways, it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, I'll show you the back. I think it does have a certain interest and glamour about it, and I will definitely make another one. I'm not sure how well this one is going to hold up, mainly because of the, you know, cheap nature of the fabric. I am wondering if you should put something in the bottom band there, because it's, you know, I just wonder if it might go a bit loose, and it's kind of important that it does stay firm. But anyway, as a muslin, it came out much better than I expected. I will wear it and we'll see how it goes. I will definitely get to make another one. I don't know about the dress. We'll see. I'm still on the fence a bit about dresses, about whether I'm going to wear them or not. Anyway, so that is all I've got for you today. I do hope you are doing well and doing some happy sewing. I guess you're all getting prepared for Christmas. I have a little trouble with Christmas because I don't think it's unusual that people who move from the northern hemisphere to the southern find Christmas in the summer rather odd. I've never quite got over that, but I'm doing my best. One thing I do think also, despite having quite such a lot cut out, which as I say I don't really mind because it's kind of like projects they're waiting, but I don't feel any pressure. In fact, I feel like quite freed up that any time I want to sew, I've got a whole pile of projects cut out and ready for me there. That feels good, actually. The only other thing I was thinking was maybe making a few things for Christmas, but I have thought I would do that in the past, and it's kind of come to nothing. So I'm not going to say too much at this stage. What's on your cutting table, your sewing table at the moment? Love to hear what's going on in your world. Please let me know in the comments, and I will see you next week.